So hello and welcome to IRL Performance Round 6 from Spa for the Belgian Grand Prix. I am H Racing Green. I'm joined by Jake Warrior BSC.
Yep, hello. Sorry about that. I'm sending the stream
Doing
link
the
to
stream
Craig.
links, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
As we start so quickly, and the weather has changed.
It has
quite
changed. We've got
dramatically.
Inters conditions, which will dry out towards the end of the
race.
session. So could see no one going out now. Oh no, we've got people going out now.
Yeah, it seems at the moment there's not really much point in going out.
Well, maybe just to get a lap in. If it turns out it doesn't dry out enough, they might just want to get a lap on the board in case it doesn't dry out enough to improve on the dry tyres. So we've got RDH out in the Force India this time, having had a long stint in the Ferrari, but with that victory, I think it was. Is it a victory?
Yep,
I believe it was a victory. Yeah, victory at Germany's been bumped down the order.
It's not a bad car to have though.
No, especially not here. A lot of straight line speed. So. And
Deo's already crashed.
The Red Bull driver's already at the wall.
Yeah, that's just coming out of the pits. That's very odd.
That's interesting. Now I'm not sure if he's using traction control or not, because I've had contact with him in the past when he did use traction control and was aiming to turn it off. So if he has turned it off, that might be why. He might not be not used to no traction in the wet, and
yeah, but you try no traction control, this probably isn't the conditions or the track you go for.
No, it's not the place for an easy introduction. So who else have we got? We've got Malk out in the Haas this time.
UK Tranquility, the championship leaders, out in the Manor. Compared to the Renault, that's not a worse change.
No, I mean, for this circuit at least, because obviously it's a really high speed circuit, so...
It is in the Manor as well.
Yep. Those two seem to go around together usually.
Yeah.
Mike in the Ferrari still.
Sam Bamkid, who is new for this evening, he's in the Renault.
Yep. Sargent in the Haas. Shortbread in the Sauber. And that's all the people on track, so I'm following with...
RDH to start his lap.
Yeah, RDH as well, we're right on board.
Not a bad turn one. It's important not to go too wide, really. Oh, Rouge, how brave is he going to be?
Brakes and changes down 2 gears. And lifts backs out of it as well. That was a little bit too cautious, I think. I've been up there flat in the past, so...
Yeah, first lap he doesn't want to...
Yeah, don't want to bin it on the first lap. It's a 33.8 in the first sector. He's his first person to set a time.
Beaten by someone with more balls in sector 1. Well, Tranquility did have a faster first sector, but I think it's been invalidated. Must be invalidated for a Rouge, I imagine.
Yeah, possibly.
So that's the end to his lap. Sargent's gone a bit slower in sector 1. Shortbread's already backed out. I think he's invalidated at Rouge. Rouge is definitely going to cause some issues.
Yeah, well, it's easy to cut and run wide, especially in these conditions.
RDH has been very cautious.
Yeah, not taking any risks on the first qualifying lap, which is a perfectly valid strategy, especially in these conditions, with it scheduled to dry out. Binning it on your first lap in non-ideal conditions would be a big mistake. So it's a 57.5 in the middle sector.
No idea if that's any good at the moment, but it looks like everyone else is really struggling, so...
But, yeah, the fact that he's kept it on the circuit is Blanchimon up next, which could be interesting. He backs out really quite a lot.
Yeah, I think he'll go for it more next time around. This lap time's going to be in the 2-minute bracket.
Of course, yeah, in intermediate conditions you can put more fuel in the car and just keep going.
And this first lap is a 2 minutes 4.3.
I could see a lot of improvement coming from that.
Yeah. Sargent He's not going to beat
Oh,
that
and
time.
RDH falls off the circuit in the first corner anyway.
2:05.6 from Sargent.
That's surprising. I would have thought he would have improved on that, but no. That's Mike going extremely slowly by the wall. And Nitric Ash in the Ferrari this time, so he was moved down a couple of tiers for a few races, but he's been bumped right back up again after a couple of poor results, so let's see what he can do.
Following the new one, Sam Bam Kid, who's had a solid first.
He's Nitric Ash far more aggressive through Eau Rouge, holding it in 7th and just lifting off rather than braking and changing down.
Malcolm's hit the wall! Going through the start of the first sector, the first corner there. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Far too early. Sam Bamkin has looked good around this lap. He's kept it together. Looks like the car's a bit of a handful though, mind you. 58.2 middle sector. That's 7 tenths off RDH. And the first sector's a couple of tenths off. So no, maybe RDH's lap wasn't as bad as we thought.
Well, his first sector is extremely fast. Like it's 2 tenths above what Nitric Ash did. Nitric Ash took Eau Rouge in a much more committed way, so is it possibly that if we see what his time in the middle, what Nitric Ash's time in the middle sector is, we could maybe decide whether potentially RDH is running a higher wing setup, a lower wing setup even.
Sam Bamkid's gone 3rd, Spudder's gone 2nd, a 10th off RDH, quickest in the last 2 sectors, but lost 1.5 seconds in the first sector.
This is a nice, okay, that's a much faster middle sector from Nitric Ash. Oh, but he's fallen off the circuit.
Oh, yeah, I caught that. That will not help, but he's been very quick around the rest of the lap, so he might still go quickest for this. It's such a long lap, it's a sort of lap where you can make a mistake and sort of pull it back together.
It's a marathon qualifying effort. It's one of those ones where you don't just get one blast, it's a track that you genuinely do in sections. You like
and Nitric Ash
goes fastest.
Just.
But I think without that mistake at the right-hander before Blanchimont, he would have been a lot faster than that.
Yeah, he lost half a second to RDH in the last sector, and he only went quicker by 39 thousandths by the end of the lap.
So 203 certainly on the looking like they will be coming later on. Miles, Mike, Shortbread, that's Malk, Craig, Dale obviously, and Tiz are yet to set a lap. The session theoretical best is a 2:02.7 at the moment.
Which just says really how many mistakes you can make on this lap.
Well, yeah, because if you look at Sargent, he's 4 tenths up in the first sector and then loses nearly a second in the middle and final sectors. So
Spud's final 2 sectors are amazing, but his first sector's well off.
Yeah. I think that's through running a higher wing setup. That's the sort of pace difference you'll be looking at, is running a high wing setup will lose you that much time in the first sector.
Wow, even in a Mercedes, that really is costing him that high wing setup.
It has stopped raining.
You think it might be on drive before the end of this session. And it will be.
Do you get the feeling? And it will be a blast, but probably on soft tyres. Because I don't think anyone's going to want to start on the super softs. They're not the strategically advantageous tyre.
I've seen other racers that they always tend to start on the softs here because it is strategically beneficial to do that. I mean, you're looking at one stop is definitely possible, and if you start on mediums, otherwise it's probably a 2-stopper at most.
Well, so one thing to mention actually is if the track doesn't dry out enough for dry tyres, these next 8 minutes will be the time to go out and do a lap on inters, because the track will be its driest of the wet, if you know what I mean.
Well, Tranquility had gone quickest, but Sargent has just beaten that. I get the feeling
fails out of it.
Arms are going to keep tumbling as the track gets better.
Yeah. Mike, is he on a flying? Yeah, he is on a flying lap. I don't know what he's going to do though.
Could be a case that gets dry as well. It could be the last person over the line is in the best position.
Here comes Shortbread. This hasn't been a side lap. I guess he's going on to a new one now. Misses the first apex by a long way.
Tiz is out on the soft tyres.
Already?
Early, I think, to be honest. Yeah, very early.
There he is. Right, let's see how he goes up Eau Rouge. He's not pushing very hard. Oh, he's understeering quite badly. There's a there's a Ferrari in the wall.
Oh, yeah, that's Mike.
That's Mike. I guess he's lost it going up Eau Rouge then.
I think
Oh,
Tiz is kind
DRS is on. So maybe it is time for dry tyres.
He might have taken the best out of those soft tyres a little bit too early though.
Possibly. Let's see how he's getting on his outlap.
Well, he seems to be very cautious, so...
Yeah, he doesn't look like he's struggling too much. This looks like a pretty standard outlap. The car's turning in pretty well, so he might have called this pretty well. But obviously there's still 7 minutes left, so there's still enough time for everyone to get in and change.
Miles is out on the non-preferred race tyre of Supersoft.
He's going for the Supersoft, well. Clearly aiming for an aggressive strategy in a safety car then, I suppose.
Wants the glory of a good qualifying position.
Yeah. Aiming for that pole position. I mean, this is a circuit where really qualifying position doesn't matter as much, just because of the nature of it. The amount of slipstream you get can make passing fairly easy in sectors 1 and 3, so...
Yeah, if Spud has a high wing setup, it might not be that good for him in the race.
No, it certainly won't. I mean, he might be able to maintain a gap by staying quick in the middle sector, like breaking away in the middle sector and just breaking away enough that they can't catch him in the first and third, but we'll see. Right, with Tiz then, on his soft tyres, the first, he's got DRS, and he seems to have okay traction, but it did take him nearly 6 minutes to complete his outlap. Oh, he's gone for the first corner, he's gone deep, that's... Oh, and he's backed out of it.
Nitrogas is out on the super soft as well. Spud has gone for the
Spud on the soft, Mike's in, Miles on the Red Bull Super Soft. Oh, I'm representing number 91. Get in. Mount in. Right,
I think I've got the engine glitch where it just sounds like they're not pushing.
Yeah.
Not help.
Here we go, we've got... Well, that's not as bad as the one on the one where it just sounds like it's on the rev limiter all the time.
It's not a good for a sector from Tiz.
No, he backed out coming out of La Source, I don't know why. He missed the apex by a little bit, but I'm not sure why he backed out. I'm going to follow Nitrogash on his lap on the Super Soft. In the Ferrari, this could be a pretty convincing challenge for pole.
And follow Miles as a Force India comes out on the Super Soft. That's RDH who won last time out in Germany.
That's interesting. I'm not sure why people would go for the Super Soft, really, because there's no rain scheduled for the race, so...
Maybe they don't know how much the tyres wear around here. Well, or how... Like,
or we don't know how well they can save those Supers, but even then, I can't believe that they're going to go more than 5 laps on them.
Well, Miles has done the purple first sector, but I think he's the first one through the first sector that's on the dries. So.
What time was that?
30.5.
30.5, let's see what Nitrogash can do. He's been really nice so far up Eau Rouge and pretty solid. It's a 30.6 from Nitrogash, so not quite as fast.
Not bad effort from Miles in the Red Bull.
In the Red Bull, with the Renault engine, it's not going to be great in a straight line, so that's really solid.
This first middle sector, if you can get a good middle sector in here, it should be looking good.
One thing to note, Nitrogash is fastest in the speed trap, so possibly he's running quite a low wing setup maybe.
Tidy middle sector has done a 48.9 as Miles.
Just got Nitrogash coming through the left-hander pull on into the S's. Holds it in 5th gear, which is interesting. I checked these.
Aggressive.
Understeering a lot through his gear choices.
Oh, Miles is pitted.
Okay. Whoa! Nitrogash all over the shot. Has that been invalidated? No. He does a 48.5 in the middle sector, so how's he going to do it? Blanchimont. Oh, he hits the inside curve very hard. It nearly spits him onto the outside one.
Spud goes quickest on a 49.8. That's the first.
Yeah, I think there'll be a lot of improvement on that. Yeah, here comes Nitrogash. It's a 48.5.
Ooh, 1.2 seconds quicker on the quicker tyre.
Yeah.
And it would have been even quicker if it wasn't for that mistake in the last sector.
Yeah. Sergeant's on his outlap. UK Tranquility's on his outlap.
Is that his
RDH
lap
on a
as
flying
well,
lap. He's done a purple first sector by 0.2, which is to be expected. He's now fastest in the speed trap at 203 miles an hour. So I do feel like RDH is on a lower wing setup.
Going for pole on the super softs and then...
Oh, he's missed the apex at
control
Pool
the
by a
race.
lot though. Only 2 minutes
Mikey did
36 left, so anyone who's leaving the pits now is going to be cutting it pretty fine. They're only going to get one chance to do it.
That's a lot of people in the pits as well.
Well, they might have used up all their... Well, no, I can't see how they've used up all their dry tyres, or they're just happy with their lap. If they've done a lap on soft and they're happy with it.
They might be trying to get the last time.
Oh, RDH with no confidence through the right-hander.
Seems like drivers aren't really prepared to attack yet, like
No,
they want to.
I mean, I would have thought that by now, with this amount of time passed, that the track would have dried out enough to really be pushing. But maybe not. Maybe there's still some damp patches.
RDH will get one more lap in.
Oh, RDH. Well, I wouldn't advise doing a second lap on super soft.
Yeah.
He's
Where
very
did he
cautious
go?
through that. No, see, he was...
Oh, second.
Look, he drops 0.6 in the middle sector. I really do think that he's running a really low wing setup.
Craig's retired from the session, hasn't done a lap, so he's going to be starting on the medium tyre, I would imagine.
Yep, to try and guarantee that one stop, but that does mean he's going to be starting behind us.
Yeah, I was going to just about to add that. It's not going to help him. Or maybe it might if there is a lot of carnage. Let's start.
So I just put a setup on my ghost car and see how well the McLaren does.
Good pits.
On board with Sargent on his flying lap. This has been pretty tidy so far from the Haas driver. It's a 49.2 in the middle sector, but was only a 31.1 in the first, so I feel like he's running a higher wing setup, which is going to hurt him in the race.
Where does he go? He goes...
He's up the tyres.
Drivers are... Well, they're just going to get laps in here.
Oh, brakes early. He's going to get a second go at this. Whether he'll take it or not is interesting.
This is crashed.
Oh, he's crashed. I thought he retired. So it's a 49.7 to go third for Sargent. I'm guessing he's going to try again. No, he's not. He's gone miles wide at La Source. Here's UK Tranquility on his flying lap. He's roughly the same in the middle sector, but he's 0.4 up in the first. So
on a 49.9.
what's he going to do? He goes third with a 48.8. Is he going to go again?
That's the boy starts the lap with 5 seconds to go.
He's timed that perfectly, and it looks like Tranquility's going to try again.
And now we have no idea what's going on unless... Wait a minute.
There we go.
I was going to say.
So I'm running on board with UK
lap,
Tranquility.
If anyone coming up to the line, Sam Bamkid, I'll follow him, the newbie in the Renault. Can he get a memorable debut pole position?
Well, he looked like he was understeering a lot at Pulon, but you never know. I'm watching UK Tranquility. This has been a pretty smooth lap so far. Mike's has been disqualified.
Alright.
He was driving very slowly, so maybe game decided that that was too slowly.
Good final chicane from Sam, and he goes from 7th to 4th.
Alright, solid effort then.
5 lap on softs.
UK Tranquility needs to find 0.2 to go pole, and this has been a pretty nice lap so far. I'm confused by the amount of people who are running in such high gears through the S's. Running 5th gear through the S's. I'm usually in 3rd or 4th.
Miles on his debut goes... But he goes on pole.
Wow. And by a long way as well, because the gap's now 0.8 for UK Tranquility to make up.
Wow, that's a good lap. Where can Tranquility go? I mean, he's already in 4th.
Here it comes.
But... improved.
Tranquility doesn't do the final chicane as well as I think he would have liked, but he is at 10.5 up. He goes 3rd.
3rd. It's decent on softs. I think everyone else above him
in the manor.
Super soft, so that's not too bad. It's just Sargent now who's in the pits, so yeah, I think that's everyone. Miles has taken a pole position on his debut. Couldn't have asked for a better start than that. And I think, I can't remember who joined him on the front, onside him. No, it's Nitrogas, yeah, of course it is. That's a good effort in the Red Bull, actually, because it's not a car that you would necessarily associate with speed around this track, but...
No, not really, it's... Yeah, it's a pretty solid effort, actually.
There's a few people that didn't get to set representative laps, or laps at all, in fact.
Has anyone still got their Inters lap down on the thing? So I can't see the...
I think there might be someone. I'm waiting for the leaderboard. Good old Co-Masters takes a while. It wouldn't surprise me. I mean, I think because a few drivers that bolted their dry laps and some ones that didn't set them at all, like Craig, and I don't think that's the boy got a lap in either.
No. Let me just check the chat. There we go, right.
No, nobody did, actually.
No one. Oh, look at the gap at the top. That's quite impressive, actually.
That was a good lap from Miles, a very good lap. Tranquility's lap is impressive too. We're only 6/10 off on the soft tyres.
So then we've got Craig, Deo, and Mike starting behind both of us, with Datsa Boy in 12th with no time either. So only
4 drivers starting behind me.
Yeah, only 10 cars to set qualifying times. And Tizok didn't set a representative lap time at all. That's an Inter's time, I think, or a Inter Z time.
Lying to us. Well, this is just getting close to the time now. We'll be back out and then we'll rejoin.
Oh, Shortbread saying on the chat just now that he set his lap in lean.
Wow. Okay.
I'm just going to check. Yeah, so starting from wherever I am, 12th, 11th, the game recommends a 1-stop. It thinks that the soft tyres can go 10 laps. As many as the mediums, which is interesting and I don't think is particularly accurate. So I think lap 8 or 9 we'll see changes onto mediums, maybe a little bit earlier than that. Anyone starting on the supers is going to be pitting on lap 3 or 4.
I reckon a few drivers starting behind us will start on the mediums as well and switch to the softs.
Let's have a look quickly. Well, everyone's on softs at the moment, but we'll...
Click from their menu.
Okay, go through all the gears if you can. We need to make sure.
Hit quit.
I didn't see anyone on mediums.
No, no one behind us was on mediums. Everyone was on softs there.
Interesting.
Right then.
I suppose it's a recommended strategy as well to start on softs. You
Yeah.
don't lose out too much at the start.
Well, I mean, they did press go fairly fast, so people might not have actually had the time to change their strategy because someone did press start race pretty early on.
What will be interesting to know is how the super soft runners do, because it's not considered to be the race tyre start on, but see what strategies they do.
Alright, so good job this is a long lap. Gives us lots of time to get back into the lobby. There we are, I don't want my car.
You're now Jensen Button, apparently.
I am now Jensen Button. Right, let's ride with the pole sitter who's going extremely slowly. Right, there we go.
Yeah, we've got Miles in pole on the super softs, Nitrogas in second, also on the super softs. Tranquility, the first of the soft tyre runners, in third. RDH in fourth. Sam Bam Kid in fifth, also making his debut tonight. Sargent in sixth. Spud in seventh. Shortbread in eighth, who set his lap time in lean. Malk in ninth. Yeah, that's what has. I thought it was like a Red Bull for a second. Tiz is in 10th, with the most unrepresentative of the dry times. Datsa Boy technically is 11th, with Craig in 12th, also on the softs. Deo in 13th on the softs, and Mike is at the back, also on the softs. Yes, there are no people starting on the mediums. It's super softs mostly at the front, and then softs towards the back. And we just see how Miles heels of his first race on IRL, starting from right from the front.
That could be a stunning debut. Pole in the win. If he can pull that off, it'll be an absolutely incredible debut.
And you can also guarantee he will not be in the Red Bull for the next race if he does.
Yeah, you can. With the 6 cents advantage, you get the feeling that possibly he's been misplaced in the Red Bull somewhat, but we won't dwell on that.
I mean, Tranquility's only 6/10 off him on softs, so...
Well, yeah, but...
Interesting to see how, and as well, it's one thing getting pole position, it's another thing to convert it into a race win.
Oh, my car's trying to drive off. Where is he?
There we go. Here we go. The 5 lights.
Miles, there we go. Riding on board.
And away we go
Lights
in
out, away we
Belgium.
go. There's
It's a
blue
good
flags
start for
already, don't
Miles.
understand that. Yeah, Miles gets a good start, but here comes the Ferrari. He's going to go for the cutback, maybe the Force India through. Force India making a great start. Force India with the Sergio Perez 2015 style up to second. That's RDH.
Yeah, RDH had a cracking
And he's
start.
having a go at Miles now as well.
We said he was quickest through a speed trap.
Here he
so
goes.
this could
He's
be
straight past.
wow.
Slipstream with the
That
low
was
wings on the.
easy.
Look at the speed. He's gonna. If he
Sam's
runs
up
on
to
here, it's gonna be
third.
disappointing for him. Oh no, Miles has almost run on.
One of the Manners has had a poor start. Is it Tranquility? Yeah, Tranquility's down to 7.
Yeah.
Really
And-
poor start from him. Spud's down to 9. That's the boys in 10.
Oh, bit of argy-bargy between the Haas and the Sauber.
It looks like everyone's got away cleanly, and RDH leads us from Miles, Sam, and in 4th is Nitrogas, who started in 2nd, so it's not the best of starts for Ferrari. It was looking like he was challenging Miles at one point.
He
but...
was, but that Force India got such a.
Oh, and he's had a
Whoa,
big
there
moment.
goes a Manor.
Oh, one of the Manners! Is it Tranquility?
No,
it's
Tranquility
Tiz.
stays in 7th.
Tiz has gone way off the track.
I think he's lost the rear end
horrifically.
coming through Pouon, and it's snapped on him and sent him off onto the grass.
There's got to be a lag too, but hopefully that clears up. Miles has taken the lead back from RDH. We didn't see that, but...
Oh, here
Miles
comes
has
UK
got the lead
Tranquility.
back.
He's gonna. Oh, he's looking like a Max Verstappen style move into Blanchimont, but thinks better of it.
RDH has got so much more straight line speed than Miles. He'll be right up behind him.
Ooh. Oh, here comes
Over.
Sir Spud with the almost with the dive into the bus stop chicane.
RDH challenging Miles. Is going down the inside to turn 1. No, thinks better of it. He knows if he gets a half-decent exit out of her Rouge, he'll be straight past the Red Bull. And Sam is pretty close to them too in the Renault in 3rd. So the top 3 have pulled a bit of a gap at the front.
Yeah,
Can
we've got
RDH get past Miles here?
it's Nitrogash in 4th.
From
who's-
Slipstream. It's
Ooh.
going down the outside. And he's passed before the corner, to be honest.
Yep.
And
Oh,
Tiz
Tiz
is
retired.
retired.
I think that's a lag-related thing. He did say that if he
Yeah.
was lagging, he'd retire, and that is the case. Is this going to
That's
bring
a
out a safety?
shame.
Oh, as Miles gets very out of shape on the exit of that right-hander.
Shortbread's up in 5th. He's got a bit of a train behind him at the moment.
Through the corner with
Sam
no
driver.
name.
And RDH leads Miles.
If you look at how much Miles gains through Pouon, you can really tell how much higher wing he's using.
The happiest person right now will be
Whoa.
Sam, because he's doing best out of the soft tyre runners by some distance.
Yeah, he is. Really is. Miles is all
And
over
always-
the back of RDH in the middle sector, but RDH just pulls away in the 1st and 3rd.
You've always got to be wary of that when you've got so much cornering speed, not to go into the back of the car
Yeah, not
in
to-
front.
yeah.
You've got so much more grip through the corners, but then as soon as you get to a straight, it just pulls
Oh,
away.
he's made a critical error.
Who's that?
Tizock's left, and that could cause
Oh.
a slipstream glitch.
Oh no. That's not good. RDH sets the fastest lap of the race. Can Miles do anything about him down the DRS?
Well, DRS is
straight?
now enabled, but it's a half a second gap, and he's going to have the Renault to deal with if he's not careful. Let's look back down the field a little bit at Tranquility, still in 7th. Shortbread's got past Sargent.
That's the boy can get a good run out of Eau Rouge. He's going to have a chance of getting 8th place off Spud here.
Oh no, nitro gas retires.
Is he
He's
cracked?
crashed at the top of the. He's
Oh,
crashed at the top
no.
of Rodion.
That surely could be a safety car. That's a very dangerous
really strange.
place.
How on earth has he managed that?
Oh no, that's not good for Nitro Gas. He's one of the championship contenders too.
Oh, he's left as well. It's not what we'd like to see, but.
Well, that's a big blow for one of the championship contenders.
That is. That's really not good. But
The last thing he
surprisingly,
needs
there's
is
no
a DNF.
safety car.
Which is weird, because that Ferrari was in a very bad place.
Yeah, it was.
Although,
I mean,
this car's kind of pointless on this game, because it never cleans up the debris, but... kind of what safety car gives you a chance to do. Miles is still behind RDH, with Sam just... So I think Sam will start to close in on these as the tyres start to degrade.
Yeah, you will. Yeah, actually, that's a good shout. Look, I think we're going to see Tranquility passing Sargent pretty quickly. Sargent doesn't seem to have the pace in this early stage, and he's holding Tranquility up so much. Tranquility's coming under pressure from Spud.
Is anyone going to be brave enough to move into the bus stop?
I think Tranquility will have a go. Here he comes. Oh, he backed out of it and cut the corner, which I don't think was really what he needed to do. He needed to commit to that.
Yeah, that was a good chance for him, but he's a championship leader and maybe he just had a second thought, you know.
Well,
he didn't want to... Someone in the pits. Oh no. Is someone in the pits?
Might be the retired car. Let me check.
No, Miles is pitted.
Miles pit, so that early on, Miles has pitted for medium tyres. So
I was going to say, because I thought it was a space up from where they were, so I was wondering.
Will he be trying a one stop? Maybe. Does he think he can take those tyres 18 laps?
Shortbread's pulled away from the battling trio behind
he has.
him.
This is the problem for Tranquility, is that Sargent's holding him up so much, he's letting Shortbread get away.
Tranquility though, it's kind of dropped back from Sargent this lap and has got a Spud to deal with in the Mercedes. So that move that he backed out of, he might be regretting that now. He had a chance to get past him.
I think Tranquility is running a higher wing setup, because the amount he just pulled out on Spud through that section is quite impressive, and again through there. We've just cut the corner a little bit. We'll look at some corner cutting penalties in a few laps, because it's not really worth it yet. But
this isn't one of the worst tracks for it either. Like,
no, it's not. But it's quite easy to pick up accidental ones. Running wide at Pouan can get you one quite easily, and just taking a little bit too much of the turn-in can get you one.
Packed out of it.
Yeah, it's driving very cautious in this early stage.
Got on the grass in the braking zone there, nearly made a mess of the chicane. Someone pitted, I just saw that. Is that... Who is that?
I believe it's RDH. Yeah, RDH in then for medium tyres as well.
Will he be in front of Miles? That's the key here. On board with Miles now. Just going around the first corner.
Easily.
Yeah,
there he
Miles
goes.
has jumped RDH, but he will have older tyres later on, so... But Sam at the moment is in a really strong position. But
RDH hits the wall!
What the?
RDH just got way too greedy with how much curb he was taking out of Eau Rouge. Trying to flatten the corner out as much as possible, clips the inside wall and ends up in the wall. Ends up in the opposite wall going up Eau Rouge.
He's ruined his race.
He has. That's just bizarre driving there.
Spud's lost some
the line he was
positions
taking was not legit at all. He was trying to destroy the first part of Eau Rouge.
Spud's dropped down to 9, so he's had an issue somewhere. Craig's now up to P5, P6, sorry, just behind Datsun Boy, so he's gained out of that. I'm not sure what went off there. Tranquility's now back behind Sargent again, so he's closed the gap. And Shortbread is closing down Sam Bankid for the lead, so It could be a battle for the lead very soon because these soft tyres will go for a lot longer.
Yeah, they will. They're almost guaranteed a one stop with those soft tyres. So all these positions right now are legit. It's just whether the cars, well, now really only Miles can catch them.
Yeah, and he's getting close to Mike. That'll be his first target. And what? Mike has gone for a very ambitious move. What? I don't think he was. What the hell? I think he missed his braking zone. To be honest, I don't think he was going for a move. That was very ambitious. Big spuds in the pits for Mercedes. Yeah, he was a long way back at the bus stop chicane and he went up the inside and it was never going to work. He must have just missed his braking spot. As RDH trudges his way into the pit lane, he'll know that's his race pretty much over. As Tranquility gets
Get the feeling Craig is about to take Datsa Boy into the Lecumbe. Oh, it's close.
Oh, it's good defending from Datsa Boy.
What can the Force India do? It's a big old switchback through there.
It's a good exit.
Can he get up the inside into the right-hander?
Here we go.
Oh, he thinks better of it. Datsa Boy closes the
there's
door.
the
Oh,
contact!
and he's just driven into the
Craig's
side of
gone.
him. Got a better drive through the corner and just sort of, well, don't like to
and he's
apportion
lost
blame, but he
out.
did just sort of drive into him.
I didn't seem to affect Datsa Boy too much. And knowing Craig, you know, he'll know. You know, maybe he should have backed out, but it was a weird one. It almost happened in slow motion. That
Well, it seemed like Datsa Boy braked later and then got the cutback while Craig had braked earlier, went for the apex of the corner, and as Datsa Boy came back across, Craig seemed to accelerate to get the exit and just ended up in the side of the Sauber.
There's a good battle going on here between Malkin and Haas and the two Red Bulls of Deo and Miles. Miles has made his way through the field pretty well so far, but now he's got his teammate to deal with.
Oh no, there's going to be contact between the Red Bulls. Good lord, through on the entry to Blanchimont. That was incredible.
That was very brave, and Miles now is attacking Malkin and Haas.
Oh, it's close. Is he going to make the move? It could be 3 wide into the first corner.
It's still alongside him. Haas has got a bit better straight line speed, but Miles can brake later under pressure tyres. Around the outside.
Miles has fallen off the circuit a little bit.
Yep. Oh, and now the Force and Craig's getting back involved in this. It could be 4 wide here down the straight. This could be...
It's going to be close. There's going to be 3 cars with DRS. Oh, Miles runs really wide. That's got to be an illegal overtake. I'm pretty sure he was off the circuit there. Here comes the Haas. It's going to be 3 wide.
And it's going to be
the Haas is not giving up. Oh, there's contact. Whoa, and Miles has dropped right back down the field. He's down to 9th.
Well,
I think he has front wing damage. I think he took front wing damage from a little bit of contact there.
That will not be good for his race. Well, that was dramatic.
And now the Ferrari of Mike is going to get involved here as well.
The problem was for Miles, once he had the illegal overtake, he had to try and let just 1 car through, and that was never going to happen.
Yeah.
So they all went past him, and Malkia is holding on to his 6th place for all he's worth, with the 2 Red Bulls and Craig as well, right behind him. Craig now, is he going to go on the outside of Deo? Not quite.
Oh, here comes Miles, is right on the back of them, so maybe Miles doesn't have front wing damage, or if he does, he's managing it well.
Oh, this is...
But this
is Mike in the Ferrari
Oh, this is
here now as well.
This is all getting very intense. This is in essence a battle for 6th place, I believe, isn't it?
Yep. And
Miles
really
is
wants to
extending
clear
a
his
lot
car.
at Blanchimont there. That was all 4 wheels off the circuit by quite a margin. He's run deep into the chicane.
Mount Pitts, I think. Yeah, Mount Pitts. So he's like, sod this, I'm getting out of this before there's a big crash.
Yeah, he's had enough of that. He's decided those tyres have given him all that they can.
And now Craig is right behind Deo with Miles.
Something else to mention as well is that this is really helping the front runners' races, because all the while Miles is stuck back here with his mediums fighting with cars that aren't on the same strategy. He's losing time to the front runners because he can't get the pace. Now, can he overtake this Force India? We're going to ride on board with him. No, the Force India's faster in a straight line. It's got DRS
Oh,
as well. Oh, he's going to go at the
outside.
inside. Oh, it turns to the inside. It's going to become the outside again. Oh, there's almost contact.
Oh, and Craig just held him off again. This is very close. Yeah, it's worth noting that the gap between Deo in 6th and Datsuboy in 5th is like almost 9 seconds. So it really is creating quite a huge gap to the cars in front.
Here comes Miles and into
battling.
Pullon. He's trying to find any way past Craig. He's even gone for Pullon. So that's the thing as well, is that I believe Miles is using anti-lock brakes, possibly. Because the way that he slams on the brakes mid-move and just sort of holds the line is...
doesn't strike someone who is confident.
No, it strikes to somebody who's using the anti-lock brakes, otherwise he would have locked up and ended up in the wall.
Shortbread. P2, where's this come
Sargent's
from?
got all the pace in the world all of a sudden.
Pits, they're both pitting.
Oh, Miles is going to go around the outside, there's contact!
Oh,
Miles is out! Miles is out!
Oh.
Craig's out,
Craig's out, whoa!
That was a really odd crash. This must be a safety car, surely. This is a double retirement.
Everyone's in the pits!
Everyone's come in. Is there a safety car? I don't think there is. Everyone anticipating a safety car.
Tranquility's gone back out on softs. That's an interesting move. I'd expect some mediums, to be honest.
Stays out. Virtual safety car.
There is a virtual safety car, okay. Sargent's out on medium. No one's gone for mediums from what I can see. Sam's gone for mediums. I think he has, yeah, Sam's on mediums. And he's provisionally 2nd place. Datsuboy is still out there, he hasn't pitted yet, so he's the leader. Wow, how many? So we're down now to just 10 cars.
Yeah.
So everyone who, as long as they finish, they guarantee points. I don't know.
I can't remember the rules as to finishing and getting points in this league. Miles has left, he's had enough of that. I'm sure we'll hear lots about that in the chat. Shortbread on medium, so he's going to the end then. Oh, Mike is all sorts of off the circuit.
In the virtual safety car.
Yeah, just... And he's driving ever so fast for someone under virtual safety car. Right, virtual safety car ending then.
And we're back underway, and Mike has got Tranquility and Sargent right behind him.
And Tranquility's got a good... Oh no, Tranquility hasn't got a good restart off the virtual safety car. Yeah, well, he did have a... There was a good beginning to the restart for Tranquility, but the second that he seemed to lose the rear end through Pullon, he was nowhere after that. That's allowed Mount through. There was a yellow flag, I'm not sure why. Right, that's the boy has to stop. He's on softs, so he's going to have to stop again.
If you want to chill back through these two, Tranquility and
yeah,
Sargent,
well, I think they keep getting illegal overtakes on each other because there were some yellow flags in the middle sector. So Sam Bankid on mediums, he doesn't have to stop. Shortbread doesn't have to stop. Mike does have to stop. So does Tranquility. So does Sargent. So does Malk. Spud doesn't.
I have to assume that's the boys following.
Deo does have to stop. RDH doesn't. So
Top 3 nicely spread out at the moment, but Tranquility has still got to get past Mike, who... Mike hasn't stopped yet, has he?
No.
So Tranquility really needs to get past Mike as soon as possible. Here he goes, and there's yellow flags in this area of the track. But will he be able to overtake him? For me, I'd just overtake him and then send the footage afterwards, but there isn't much you can do, really. He's having to let him through.
Yeah, there's yellow flags. UK Tranquility's retired. I've just had a thought. I get the feeling there's a bug. I've had this bug in the past, where if someone leaves or there's if someone retires when there's a yellow flag or during a safety car and leaves, the yellow flags stay out on track. This happened to me at Austria once, and the whole circuit was yellow flagged for the rest of the race, so we had to rerun it. So let's just have a look down the field.
Tranquility might have retired for that reason, so this might have to be rerun.
Potentially.
That's but I wouldn't retire. I'd keep going. You know.
Yeah,
You
I
don't
mean,
wanna-
just sitting around in standard positions. I mean, it might be wrong for us. It might be.
or just
Let me
or
take
just
a look.
overtake. Have a few overtakes and then just appeal them afterwards and
yeah.
say, you know.
Well, you have got to be careful with that because of how Sam Bamkid's in the lead. What's
That's the boys
happening?
pitted.
Okay,
The mediums.
totally lost track.
So he will. Yeah, Sam Bamkid is the leader. That's the boy just having stopped. That's the boy rejoins in third. Yeah, rejoins in third. That's worked out very well for That's the boy. He's out behind, just in front of Sargent, who's in fourth. And I think Mike has pitted as well. Now, I don't know what's going to happen the rest of this race because they might not see much overtaking.
Well, yeah, it
everyone's
depends.
quite
There's
spread
yellow.
out anyway.
It seems to be green flags in the first sector, and then it's when you get into the first right-hander of the middle that you start to lose, where start to get those yellow flags.
I don't know. I've got yellow flags out of turn one as well. I see. Only it was yellow flags for a Rouge as well, from what I can see. And yellow flags down the straight. Yeah. I don't know. We're seeing haven't seen different things here. Well, this is a very controversial race and
It's a very confusing race. I'm not.
confusing.
While
Yeah.
everyone's spread out and we're trying to work out what's going on with the yellow flags, let's take a look at some penalties. So, Sam Bamkid has 1 penalty. Shortbread has 1 penalty and a couple of warnings. That's the boy has 1 penalty. Sargent has 1 warning. Malk has nothing. Deo has 1 penalty and 2 warnings. Sir Spud has nothing. Mike had a stop-go on lap 5. That's unfortunate. RDH has 2 warnings. Obviously, you've got nothing. You're in the points. I'm in 11th.
Yes.
Trank retired, Craig retired, Miles, Nitrocrash, and Tizoc retired. Right then.
And currently, according to what I can see, the whole circuit is under yellows. So
Yeah, that is for me now as well. Nothing being said in the chat just yet.
no, I had a look a few minutes ago. Because when Tranquility retired, I had a look because I thought something might have been.
As Deus, it's the fastest lap of the race.
Yeah, he's just behind Malk at the moment. I don't really know what he's going to do though because I can't really overtake him. And one other thing to mention, what would this do for the standings as it stands? I mean, Tranquility and Nitrogas are both out.
It's
Malk.
Malk's a little lower down the field, I think. Or is he out? I can't remember.
Fifth. Malk's fifth at the moment. So that would put him. Just ahead of Tranquility actually by 1 point.
Right, okay. Oh, that's interesting. So this could really close up the championship heading into the last 4 rounds.
And RDH is recovered to 9th, and you know it's not great points, but with Craig, Nitrogas, and Tranquility not finishing at all, it's not so bad.
No.
And it's a good recovery because that was a huge crash. He's just behind Mike actually, RDH, but I don't really know what he's going to do by overtaking him. I mean, you mentioned that for a while you could see green flags at certain parts of the track, so I'm just wondering if certain drivers don't have it as all yellows.
Yeah, possibly. Well, that was actually another aspect of it, is that we had one driver during the Austria problem who didn't have the yellow flags, so he could overtake everyone freely. So it's just really random and odd. I think it's been caused by the yellow flag, the driver retiring and then just leaving the session without like going through the whole retiring process.
That's something that's going to have to be addressed, I think, after this one.
Yeah,
Just
I think
say
it
to
is.
everyone that you're going to have to. I know sometimes when you've just crashed out, you know, you can be frustration can take over and you just want to get out of there, but yeah, you don't want to impact on everyone else's race. Yeah, it looks like Deo's backed off from Malk, because he didn't see there's much point in staying close to him. The lead at the front, Shortbread is kind of closing in a little on Sam, but not by much. They're both on medium, so these two will both be going to the end, as will That's the Boy. So the top 3 are going to the end, so you can't imagine really the top 3 changing much between now and the end of the race unless there's a crash or something. I mean, Sargent is in fourth, just behind that boy, but he will have to stop again because he's been on softs and softs.
Yeah, that's interesting actually. Let's take a look at. So you've got Datsaboy third. Strong, it's a double podium for the Sauber drivers at the moment. Sargent's very close to the back of him. If he can find a spot where it's not yellow flags, he might be able to make a move. But I get the feeling he's got the whole track cautioned. Let's take a look at the race direction. Has anyone made an overtake recently? Like, for me to be able to check.
The order has not changed.
No, right. That's unfortunate.
The closest two people on track are Mike and RDH.
Oh well, I think Sargent and Datsaboy are pretty close.
I mean, the only thing we've seen really was Tranquility and Sargent constantly handing back positions to each other. So, and then Tranquility retiring, so that suggests that they couldn't overtake each other without getting the illegal overtake. I also think, get the feeling as well, that RDH should be able to pass Mike. Like, he should have better pace, but he just can't. He can't do it because of the yellow flags. So, I'm interested to see if he tries for a move. I hope he does because it'd be good to see
he's having a look. So, oh, Dare retired.
He crashed.
Well, I'm not sure.
Or is he just... I wonder if someone else crashes, does he get rid of the yellow flag glitch?
Oh, it might do. Who knows? If it brings another safety car out, it might.
I have a comment in the chat, if it said I did, in the top corner of the screen. Have they dropped the yellow flags or are they still out? Craig says. They're still out.
Yeah, they're still out, yeah.
I don't know why I'm replying to his thing, but he can hear me. But yeah, the whole circuit's yellow flagged, and it just no one can overtake anyone.
Still yellow flags. I get the feeling this race is going to be rerun because you can't run a race under yellow flags.
Which is a shame because it was shaping up to be an interesting race, and
yeah, it really could have been. I think a new protocol will probably have to be introduced of not leaving the session when you retire, because it causes so many issues, like the yellow flag bug and the slipstream glitch. Oh, nice cut from Sargent there.
Craig said might have to award half points to where people were before the yellow flags. I don't know because when the yellow flag started, wasn't it before half distance? Or
it was when it was just before it was lap 9 or lap 10, because it was when Craig and Miles crashed.
I don't know, can you award half points for lap 9, 10? I mean, some people hadn't pitted yet, so it was kind of
it wasn't really in order.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think since well, I mean, we're discussing on the fly, but I mean, since nothing's changed since the safety car the virtual safety car ended, I think awarding half for these positions would probably be a decent idea. Now they've just passed my ghost car. That hasn't given them a warning, has it? So
I don't know what the rule is with ghost cars.
I think when they're ghosted, you don't get anything.
There's also the grey area of Deo and Tranquility both retired. I'm assuming due to the fact they couldn't overtake. So what would happen?
Well, maybe Deo might have just retired, might have just crashed or punctual damage or
Myself
something.
and other admins will discuss and we'll need to decide what action to take. So, are we just continuing this race? So we can finish streaming this race?
I suppose so. I mean, nothing else is going to happen, is it?
RDH is right behind Mike. He was literally pretty much almost into the back of him.
Tell you what, something interesting actually is that this race might end up being decided on penalties. So whoever has the least penalties crossing the line.
If Sam Bankhead had more of a lead.
Tranquility leaves.
Yeah, Shortbread is 4.4 behind. And Datsaboy has got Sargent all over the back of him. So I'm wondering, if Sargent looks like he wants to go for an overtake, so it might be interesting to see. But Datsaboy, I'd be half tempted just to let him through to see what happens. Well, of course, that could horribly backfire.
Well, yeah.
There is just over 6.5 laps to go. Sergeant weaving on the straight. He's telling him to pit. I don't know if he. I think he might be doing another stop soon. Oh, has there been an overtake? No, I think Malcolm and Spud have pitted.
Sounds like commentators during the Russian Grand Prix.
Is that an overtake?
Is that an overtake?
No. They're just lapping someone.
Right. So.
Yeah, Malcolm Spud have pitted actually, so that does change the order. That moves RDH up to 6th and Mike up to 5th, and now Malk is right behind them. Buddy's got to overtake them.
Sergeant is all over Datsaboy, but the way that in which he's not overtaking makes me think that he can't. But he's not really like gone up the inside yet, so we'll see if he goes up the inside
He's got a good run out of here.
Right, going through Blanche 1 then into the bus stop. If he goes for the move and back and gives it back, then we'll know that we're in a bit of a pickle. But he's running too high a wing to keep up through there. That's the problem.
Yeah, it doesn't help me. I'm going to fall on board with Malk because he's got brand new tyres and he's behind RDH, so I'm thinking he might try and overtake over that driving.
Yeah, possibly.
Best. And following Sergeant again, he walks up into turn 1 and he gets a good run out of Eau Rouge, and I mean a really good run because his wings are really high. So
yeah, he's just got to run out of speed going down the rest of the straight.
Oh, but that's the boy didn't take a good line for Rouge. That might be a penalty. Might want to check that actually if you want.
That's a boy.
They went a bit wide there, from what I saw.
That's a boy. Got a warning for that.
Ah. Not surprising, it did look a bit wide.
Oh, here we go. Here's RDH right on the back of Mike. Oh, and there's Sir Spud in the background going.
Right, I'll follow Malcolm Spud.
There you go then. RDH. Well, I mean, RDH couldn't make a move because he nearly crashed going up Eau Rouge.
Yeah, and Spud is too far behind Malk. We just want a demonstration of somebody.
Yeah, just someone tell us whether there's actually a race happening or if everyone really is this conservative.
Well, I said to myself I wouldn't watch a Russian Grand Prix repeat, but it kind of feels like one at the moment.
Yeah, we've got the IRL Russian Grand Prix next week, so we'll go for a better race there, and certainly one with less yellow flag glitches.
Bud is right behind Mal. Is he gonna?
He's gone for it, sort of.
Oh,
he's weaving about all over the shot.
Yeah, he certainly wasn't backing out, so hopefully he's gonna.
Here he comes.
He's going for it.
Alongside.
And
he makes a move. He makes it with just as he was ghosted, so he might have actually just pulled off an overtake. He's not let him through either.
He's overtaken. There's an overtake.
I'm now gonna wait. I'm now gonna wait and see how long until the timer ends to see if he gets a 5-second penalty for that. Right, there's more ghosting occurring, so I get the feeling we're now going to have some tactical ghosting opportunities.
Oh Jesus!
And RDH
is
pits. Oh, he nearly crashes into the pit wall.
Spud's up to 6. Spud is the man to follow. He's right behind Mike too. He's up the inside of Mike, and he's past Mike. Is he going to keep the position now?
Right,
Mike is going slowly.
That's the boy runs wide. Let's have a look. Race director. Who was it?
Spud's up to 5th.
Spud. So Spud, he hasn't got any penalties for that.
Spud has overtaken 2 cars on track.
I get the feeling Spud's going to be the car without any yellow flags.
And now Mike and Malk are battling. Can Malk overtake Mike? He's going for it, but Mike has held him off. There we go. It's not so bad.
Oh, Mike just drives off the circuit there. He has just driven off of the circuit.
Is he stopped? What the?
Don't know what happened though. I think he went to go back on track and got caught up with himself and just ended up rolling along the grass for a bit.
Well, if Malk has got an illegal, who's that? In the McLaren?
That's my
Oh, that's a
ghost car.
Yeah. Oh, you wait a minute. Mal's just hit your ghost car.
He's it's ghosted on my screen rather than being solid. That used to be a thing on F1 2015. Is that ghost cars would be solid on qualifying laps, so you just plough into them.
Your ghost car looks solid to me. In fact, it's the ghost cars that look solid, and the solid cars that look a bit ghost-like.
Oh, that's never good.
Oh God. Wait a minute. There's been a change in position because Shortbread has pitted for the super softs, and he's had to wait for the mechanic to start working his car.
Oh, made a mistake of changing tyres at the same time.
Yeah, the Haas is in the pit. It's not Mal. No, it's Sargent. Sam puts Datsaboy up to second. Sam is looking good for the win, although it's looking like a hollow victory at the moment. That'd be interesting, actually. We talked to the podium people after the race, because, well, I don't know. I mean, what have they seen from their side of the stream, on their side of what's going on? Well, it's worth mentioning, actually, there hasn't been much happening at the front, so they might not know anything.
Well, yeah, actually, well, I mean, they might have seen the yellow flag things.
Yeah. The Shortbread's out on super softs in third, Sargent's also out on super softs in fourth, so they did not try and go to the end. Sam could go to the end, I think, because he's got quite a comfortable lead over Datsaboy, so he didn't need to push. Wait a minute, I'm just watching Datsaboy pass my ghost car because who knows if it's a ghost. It looks like a ghost car. Ah, it is a ghost car. That's good. That's what we want. Okay, so Spud is in fifth. He's got nowhere else to overtake now, which is a shame.
Sargent's on super soft in fourth.
RDH is behind Mike, who's got going again. So that could be an overtake that could happen or not.
Depends if the game feels like allowing it.
Quickly have a look at the race direct actually, see what see if there's been anything else. Oh yeah, Sargent wait a minute. Yeah, Sargent and Spud. Spud has had a stop-go penalty for ignoring yellow flag.
Ah, right, well there we go.
Which was on lap 18, it's quite recent.
Who's had that?
Spud in the Mercedes, so that's the guy who was overtaking.
Yeah. Oh, no, that was odd, because that didn't come up at first. I guess you'll get that removed.
Sam has had a lot of warnings recently. There was another stop-go penalty for Sargent. That was a track limit. So that's an odd punishment for a team track limit.
Yeah, sometimes they get a bit random and wrong.
Well, to be fair, this race is very random and wrong. This whole race is not very.
It's a little bit.
Well, credit to Sam. Prove craziness. He is still ahead and looking good for the win. He's got a few penalties, but I don't think that's probably close enough for it to matter. It's looking good for a salvageable podium still. Malk is down to 6 now, so that would actually mean I don't know if it got awarded full points, which is doubtful at the moment. But if it did, Malk and Tranquility would be level at the top of the championship going into Russia, so that's very close. RDH is just behind Mike, so this could be another potential overtake or penalty. RDH looks quicker because Mike hasn't changed tyres, he just stopped on track for a little bit.
Sargent is pretty quick, he looks up into the chicane, but on those super soft tyres, this is going to be a fastest lap, I think.
I was going to say Shortbread just took past the slab, but it was like it's going to last
not then.
long.
That wasn't quite as fast.
RDH is right behind Mike. Is he going to go up the inside into the bus stop? No, he's not. He's not quite close enough. I thought on board with him actually, because he might have lifted off.
Sam Bam is in a world of his own, 9.5 seconds up the road.
It'll be a shame for him in a way, like if this race win doesn't matter for anything. I mean, I know obviously there's been so many issues, but he hasn't done anything wrong himself.
No, it's not like he's been given the win by the lack of ability to overtake. It's been purely his own.
He's been very quick. Yeah, RDH, as soon as he gets close, like he's in the slipstream Mike, he's about to go alongside, he lifts off, so he's clearly not able to overtake and he's just sticking behind Mike. So that's potentially the only overtake that might have happened in these last stages of the Grand Prix. Thank you to those that are still watching, not many, but it's understandable really. This race has gone to not good.
It's all gone wrong. It's all gone wrong.
Yeah.
Got yellow flags and funny penalties. I don't know. It's cursed.
Which is annoying because it's one of the best tracks on the calendar.
Dark Belgian woods and it's all cursed and stuff.
Well, on board with Sam Bankid at the front on his final lap of the Grand Prix, and let's hope he doesn't do what happened in real life to one of the Renaults last year. Magnussen obviously had a really big crash at Rouge.
No, yeah, well, Team Menstone don't have a lot of luck with other than Grosjean's podium in 2015. They've always had pretty shocking races here. So
yeah, and I mean, you've got to hope for Renault to say Hulkenberg has a good race this year.
Yeah, well,
unless Palmer shocks the world and does something.
No, Palmer. The only time Palmer shocks the world is when he completes more than 5 laps in a Grand Prix.
He's like, thanks team for rebuilding my car for qualifying.
Yeah.
Crashes it.
Crashes it in practice, and rebuild it for qualifying, and then he crashes it in qualifying to rebuild it for the race, in which he crashes. Useless. Anyway, final lap. Anyone else going to do anything? Mike, no, here we go. RDH going on Mike with DRS. He's probably going to back out of it. He does back out of it.
Well, this is incredible.
What brilliant racing.
This is truly outstanding, it really is. On board with Sam, his fuel light is on, but he should be alright. He's only got
yeah, that tends to come on with a lap to go, with a lap worth of fuel.
He's got 12-second gap to Datsun boys, even with penalties.
Even if it doesn't matter fuel, he'll be fine. There we go, and through the final chicane.
Sam Bam wins a pretty random, crazy race here in Belgium.
But totally on his own steam, on his own merit, he dominates it.
Yeah, fair play to him. Although there have been issues, none of them have impacted where he is. He's there on merit.
Strategic masterclass. Datsun boy comes home in 2nd place.
Well played to him
with
as well.
No time in qualifying, so that's pretty impressive.
And Shortbread will make it a double Sauber podium in 3rd.
Sargent will come home in 4th, which is impressive actually, considering his he was dropping back at the start of the race. It'll be Spud in 5th.
Malk will go level at the top of the championship, pending what happens afterwards.
Yep.
In 6th. Mike is in 7th with RDH, who's been trying his might to get past.
Yeah, it's just giving it all he's got in a race where you can't overtake. And there we are. I mean, the points.
There you go. It says a DNF. What?
With the fastest lap of 2. Yeah, it always says I retire at the end of the race. I'm not sure why. With the fastest lap of 2 minutes.
Plus 1 lap. Yeah.
So
there's been. Haven't changed the results. So.
Sam Bankid takes victory with for Renault on his debut in IRL. Datsun boy in 2nd, Shortbread 3rd, Sargent 4th, Spud in 5th, Malk in 6th, Mike in 7th, RDH 8th, and that's all.
It was very good to have loads of
there were only 8
finishes
in this race.
But they all retired.
Yeah, so
which is a shame.
But I feel like it's unlikely that result will count. So we might be doing this one again in a few months,
Well, this could be some very interesting podium interviews.
Yeah, I get the feeling they're
to.
not going to be particularly worth it.
We'll see. Well,
You never know. Right.
You're the host of the party, so.
Right. I'll leave the party. Oh no, who do you want in actually? And then I'll go. I need to head off. So. Right here. I don't think I have some here. I know I've got Shortbread.
quicker send him a
Actually,
friend request.
I'll leave and you can invite them because you'll have control of the party. Right, so I'll sign off from here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you around.